Welcome back to Blind Man Morris, and today we are talking about some tips used in the 1950s which we found in an old motoring magazine to do with the humble clothes peg. Over to you, love.
So we're going to go through 5 uses of a peg in a Morris Minor or other British classic car. This is a plastic one. The tips are for a wooden one, but the principles are the same. It's got the spring in the middle, and that's the important thing. So you can't use it if it hasn't got the spring in the middle. So let's do the first one. See how many of these you already know about. So the first one that they used to do was that they used to put the peg onto the fuel line. And that would have acted as a heat soak to prevent vapour lock. They would have put a number of them on the fuel line, and it would have absorbed the heat to prevent vapour lock in the summer. Now, there isn't a lot of evidence to say that that works, but it is a bit of an old trick that people still use today, so you might have seen that one before. The next one is putting a cloth on a peg. So the instructions say that you wrap a cloth around the peg, holding it on the outside of it so it's in place. And you might be wondering what this is for. The purpose of it is that you can get your dipstick. Here is the dipstick. There we go. And instead of getting a cloth and getting your hands dirty, you can put that inside the peg and you can wipe the peg clean. And I have to say, I'm going to do it again, it does actually work. Having said that though, I do think that instead of doing that, I could just walk a couple of steps and get a cloth. So I'm not sure really how useful that is, particularly as they also say that you should store that in the engine bay. I'm not sure I want a cloth with flammable material on it being kept in the engine bay, but there we go.
So number 3, here we are in the back of the Traveller, and when your door's latch gives out, you get half a peg. You hold the door open, pop it under the spring, and that one does work, so I've been using that for years. So that is number 3, the peg in the catch of your Traveller door to stop it shutting, specifically in windy weather. So that's that one, and now we'll move into the car and have a look at the others.
Okay, so you probably have seen this one. So this is to do with the choke. So on this car, the choke is on the right, but in your Morris, it might be on the left. It depends on the age of the Morris. But what you often see, and you see it these days, is that people put a peg behind their choke to stop the choke from pulling back while they're warming up the car. Absolutely fine if you're warming up the car. If you're driving it, you want the choke to be in. If the choke can't be in and you're driving, there's a problem. So you need to fix the problem rather than put a peg in the way. So number 4, the choke. Okay, so last but not least, this one is actually a nice pleasant one. So what you can do, if you've got a wooden clothes peg, is that wood can absorb essential oils, so you can put essential oils on a clothes peg and then attach it to the output of your heater, or indeed, go further up here, if you can get the peg onto it, put it onto the vent where the air comes out of there. Bit difficult to get it onto there, but you can certainly put it onto the vent on the heater. So there you go, 5 uses for the humble peg, some of them completely pointless. Some of them vaguely useful.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure there. I think the Traveller door, I've been using that for years, and the choke, I've seen that a lot.
Yeah.
But the other 3, I think using wood in an engine bay as a heat shield, I'm not so sure about that.
And cleaning your dipstick.
I'd just get a cloth.
Yeah.
But there we go. We'll see if we can find some more mad practical tips from the 1950s. We'll do some searching and let you know. And there we go.
Have you got any?
Oh yes, drop us a comment. If you've got any, let us know in the comments below.
We'll try them out.
And we'll try them out. Yeah. Looking forward to it. See you next time.